Well, hello there, hello. We're up against someone from the UK, Chikichikov 12. And he has got a very funny profile picture, so we're going to have to look into that a little bit, get to the bottom of this. Uh, Slab defense exchange variation. This is one of the more boring lines, and honestly, not one of my stronger lines either. I don't exactly know how to play it. Let's get into the profile. Okay, professional swindler. We've been put on high alert, we've been warned, and look at the face. You can see already this is a naughty sort of fellow. This is not a gentleman. A lot of pressure building up here now. We might have to, I don't know. Okay, let's just see where the chips may fall. Okay, play a move like this. Now, hopefully, I can deliver a check and get at least some counter punch. Some counter punch against all of this mania that has been brewing up here on the C7 square. And what a move from our opponent. What a move. It's a blunder, isn't it? He could have done this right away, right? Why didn't he do that? Was this just as good? Maybe it was. It obviously was. Okay, let's just castle. And now the mania is starting to pile up. Definitely starting to pile up. This is a savvy opponent with a lot of skill, a lot of menacing skill here. And he is a professional swindler. He said so. So let's tuck back. Let's tuck back. Things have gotten a bit out of hand here. Let's tuck back. Let's take a step back, okay? Take a step back. Yeah. Let's try to just get a handle on things. This guy's he's going all guns blazing against me. All guns blazing. There's no stopping, no stepping back. But fortunately, this bishop is now blocked, so this is no longer a threat, and the knight could just jump in here if he didn't take it off. But let's see what happens. We also got knight check here. Motifs at play. It looks like the game is starting to come back under control. But with these professional swindlers, you never know, you know? These turtle boys don't never say no. Okay. It's tempting to just take a pawn here. I guess I will. No, probably just... What about a move like pawn up here? Pawn up here is quite interesting, actually. Because I can take with check, of course he defends back. Or just take and hold big center. Take and hold big center. I think that's the strategy I'm going to go for. And now how to make this big center matter? I think knight in here is just a dream position, right? Just holding on to everything. It's too mouth-watering a prospect to deny, really. So, but now that we got that in the bank already, let's first throw in a check. Throw in a check. It's a nasty check, actually, because this bishop is for the taking here. And didn't I see that earlier? I should have even seen that earlier. Right here itself, I could have done it. So we got a tactical snip off, and with that, it should be the game. With that, it should be the game. You're having the familiar catapulting into despair phenomenon now, and it's just a matter of time. Okay. he wanted me to finish him off, so I was happy to do it. All right, good game. Tough game, right? A tough game against a swindler. You never know. You never know where you're gonna get. I think he probably had opportunities. This was a nice move. I'm not sure I responded well. As you can see, computer eval is saying I'm in big trouble here. Big trouble. Perhaps pawn up is the best way to handle this in retrospect. But anyway, white comes in with a threat, but it's not the accurate move. Probably more accurate. We're gonna have to go into analysis mode here. We're gonna have to go there. So let's just bear with me a second. Okay. So yeah, queen b6. Queen b6 is maybe more sensible. Just gonna change the settings slightly and get 3 lines in here. Yeah. Queen b6 is probably the best one. Of course, bishop c8 is also an option. Knight b to d7, just giving up the pawn, but gaining development and eventually probably targeting this pawn, also an idea. But this is not good because of e4. e4 or bishop takes first, rook takes, and then e4. I'm not sure I fully grasp it, to be honest. e4, knight takes e4, bishop takes. Oh, you can't see this. Yeah, bishop takes, knight takes, and then why not rook takes at the end of it? Ah, because of the bishop. The main idea with e4 is this. You play e4, you force a response from here. Then after the response happens, you take this knight, because this knight is the main defender of the bishop skewering the queen motif. So that's the reason. That's the whole idea here. Get rid of the defender, and then get this bishop in and win the queen. And play e4 to win a tempo to buy you the time to do that. But instead we had this kind of a line, and well, this was not the precise move. I thought about rook c8, but I didn't quite love it because he wins a pawn at the end of it. So I'm giving up that for sure with rook c8. Instead, I kind of like said, okay, let's see what you got, and that wasn't the best idea. But he didn't punish me for it. He played a developing move instead, and that was a bit too slow. He needed to play something immediate here. You have everything going for you. You got to do something immediate. A knight check, knight takes, rook takes, and queen d8, and then probably then you can win this pawn or do something, push this up, and then come in with a check. There's all sorts of power building up. But instead he gave a little bit of a breather, and that allowed this bishop interpositioning check, followed up by an inaccurate king move. You should have just moved the knight back. And here I should have just gone directly knight e4 maybe, or even just castling, but I chose to take the knight, and that is also not accurate, but not for this reason, but mainly e4 opening up the bishop and attacking the bishop at the same time. That was the right way for him to play it. By responding this way, he allowed me to play the knight hop in, which I didn't do, but I could have done a knight hop. Then he takes the pawn. Then he takes the pawn, and then there's some forking kind of possibility, surely. Although the computer is not even thinking along that line just exactly yet. He's mainly playing knight e4 to prevent pawn e4. Very interesting. Pawn e4 finally comes. Queen tucks back. And we have ourselves a position that is less chaotic than before, but still, man, what a chaotic game. Chaotic game. And now, of course, the game is getting into familiar territory, easier to play, easier to handle. d4 here right away is the way to go to take advantage of this motif naturally. But we didn't play it right away. Instead, we had a little bit of time, but we did play d4 later. and then he took, and I just simply took back, which was also pretty good. Now with the big center, queen g4 check was the move to play right away. We played instead for this big center idea and didn't look at the tactic. Didn't see the loose piece tactic, but we saw it in the next move anyway. And then after that, it was all easy. All right, cool. Good game. Enjoy.